Hello class 10 students. Here I have picked some more important questions. This time I have picked the questions from sample paper. And this is the question that was given in choice in the sample paper. And for the question that is the first one, this one, Sahil one, we will not take the concept of incomplete dominance, right? So because law of dominance is there in your syllabus, so numericals will most probably be based on that. So question is saying Sahil performed an experiment to study the inheritance pattern of genes. He crossed the tall pea plants with the dwarf or short pea plants and obtained all the tall plants. So these are the parents, capital T, small t, small t. Capital T would be the gamete and here small t would be the gamete. So in F1 generation we will have the genotype of capital T, small t, and 100% plants will be tall. So what will be set of genes present in F1 generation? So this is answer to option A, that the set of genes present in the case of F1 generation would be capital T, small t. This is the genotype, and because of this genotype the phenotype obtained will be 100% tall, right? Next, give reason why only tall plants are observed. This is in accordance to law of dominance, that whenever homozygous dominant and homozygous recessive they are crossed together, then it is always the dominant allele that expresses itself, right? Now we are done with A, we are done with B. Now let's move on to the part C, which is asking that F1 plants are self-pollinated. When they are talking about self-pollination, that means this is the F1. So you'll be writing capital T, small t, and you'll be multiplying it by capital T, small t, right? So they are saying that 800 plants were being obtained. How many of these will be tall, medium height and short plants? Remember, we are not taking incomplete dominance into consideration. So this is just to make you confused. It will not be there. It will not be there in your answer. I mean, it is just to confuse you. We will not receive any plant like that, right? So whenever you are crossing capital T, small t with capital T, small t, then let's make out the Punnett square. He'll be writing capital T, he'll be writing small t. Here also the same gametes because the genotype of the parents are same. Here it would be capital T, small t, capital T, small t, and small t, right? So they are asking out of 800, how many of them are going to be tall? How many of them are going to be short? We will not receive any medium height plant because we are not considering incomplete dominance. It is only possible in the case of incomplete dominance, okay? So if you see, the phenotype of this will be tall, this will be tall, this will also be tall, and this will be short. So overall, tall plants are 3, 1, 2, and 3. Total plants are 4. Overall, short are just a 1 out of 4. Okay. So now they are asking out of 100. So this is very simple. We have already written what is the proportion for tall and what is the proportion of short. We will just multiply this value by 800 to get the answer. So here we will get tall as 600 and short as how many? Just 200. And this is in accordance to the 3:1 ratio which was received in the F2 generation of the monohybrid cross. These are very simple questions. You can get full on full if you will apply the right logic. The next question, this one which is given in choice, when F1 plants were cross-pollinated with plants having TT genes, because this was our F1. F1 was capital T, small t. It is crossed with small t, small t. A total of 800 plants were produced. Now you again need to tell how many of them they are going to be tall, medium height or short plants. Again, we will not take the case of medium height because in the question itself they are saying that why only tall plants were there. So they are not talking about incomplete dominance here. They have given you a hint. So we are cutting this aspect of the question because the question is on law of dominance, right? So out of 800 seeds, we need to calculate how many of them are going to be tall and how many of them are going to be short. So this is just like part A, which we have just solved. So here these are our parents, and the gametes would be capital T, small t will have two gametes, capital T and small t, because this is heterozygous condition, and here only the gamete would be small t. So in this case, F1 will be capital T small t and small t, means 50% of the plants they are going to be tall and 50% of the plants they are going to be short. Very simple numerical. So they have given you the case of 800 plants. So for 800 plants, how many of them? 50% of 800 is going to be how much? 50% of 800 is going to be just 400. Same applies here. 50% of 800 will give you 400 plants, right? So it's always good to write units in the answer, because examiners, they look in for such things, right? So in the question that we have just discussed, the one which I have encircled with red, the answer would be 400 tall and 400 short, right? So, and this is going to be the genotype. So please look into each question carefully, go through them thoroughly and then answer. Let's move on to next now. Students, this question is from chapter number 15, our environment, and this question has a slight different logic. That's why I have taken it. In the following food chain, vertical arrows indicate the energy lost to the environment. That means they are talking about A, C and E. And horizontal arrows indicate the energy transfer to the next trophic level. That means they're talking about B and D. So which one of the three vertical arrows A, C, E, and which one of the two horizontal arrows B and D will represent more energy transfer? So they are asking for more energy transfer. So let's talk about plants will have maximum amount of energy. So maximum amount of energy transfer is going to happen through B. So this would be the maximum in the horizontal one. And see, always plants give more energy. They have maximum energy, and in this case tiger will have minimum energy, right? Now let's say if plant have 100 calories of energy, then as per 10% law, deer will only have 10 calories of energy and tiger will just have, here we'll be writing 10 because tiger will be getting energy from the deer. So tiger will just have 1 calorie. So you can see here that plants, they are just giving 10% of their energy to deer, and rest 90 calories is wasted to the environment, and here 9 calories has been wasted to the environment. So the concept with maximum energy in the case of vertical arrow would be A, and in the case of horizontal arrow it would be B. If you haven't understood the concept again, you can go through my previous video where I have explained the 10% law, and you can replay the same concept for better understanding. Let's move on to next question now. This is another question from chapter number 9, heredity. See here, the question is saying that round yellow seeds are crossed with wrinkled green, and F1 progeny were then self-pollinated. They are asking how many new combination of characters would be there if we have received 160 seeds. So this question, students, don't get confused. This is just same like dihybrid cross again. So this is the case they have given you. And here F1 will have the genotype of capital R, capital Y, small y. And if we self it, we will make it just similar to the dihybrid cross. So in this type of numerical, you just need to remember that in the F2 generation, round and yellow were 9, round and green were 3 cases, wrinkled and green were 3 cases, wrinkled and green were 1, and wrinkled and yellow were 3. That means this should come ahead, because in the Punnett square counting, we write like this. This wrinkled and yellow came first, right? So the phenotypic ratio was 9:3:3:1. Remember, in the question they have given you round yellow. So this is our parental combination. And wrinkled and green is this combination. So what are our new combinations here? Round and green and wrinkled and yellow, they are our new combinations. So let's find out how to come to an answer. They have given us the case of 160 seeds. That means if I talk about round and yellow, in F2 generation of the dihybrid cross, in Punnett square we got 16 individuals, right? We made the Punnett square like this and we divided like this. Overall, how many individuals we had? We had 16 individuals, okay? So I am just giving you an idea. Round and yellow were 9 out of 16. Round and green were 3 out of 16. Wrinkled and green were 1 out of 16. And wrinkled and yellow were 3 out of 16. Because they are asking about the new combination. So this is our new combination and this is our new combination. We will simply multiply it by 160 because that is the number given to us. So first you need to find out the proportion with which you have to multiply the given number of seeds. So here answer will become 30 and same value is there. So answer will become here 30. You need to show your calculations to get full on full. Otherwise examiner is going to deduct the marks. So you will make the F2 generation Punnett square. You will show these proportions and then you will show that the new combinations would be round and green. 30 seeds will be obtained of them, and another new combination would be wrinkled and yellow, and 30 seeds will be received of them too. I hope you have understood the questions. Such type of questions are very, very easy. Let's move on to next one now. Thank you.